Hello. Okay, guys. So today I am going to be doing my review of the first two episodes of Agent Carter, which include the episode's pilot, because apparently Marvel can't think of a better name for a first episode than pilot, and Bridge and Tunnel. So pilot. Let's start with pilot. Um, okay. So pilot was the first episode um, of this miniseries, and I liked it. I'll admit I liked it. I kind of wasn't sure what to think of it beforehand, but I did really like the pilot. Um, I thought Haley Atwell was very good. Um, Jarvis was pretty good. But I mean, for those of you who have seen Gotham, Jarvis is nothing compared to Alfred on Gotham. You can be the biggest Gotham hater, because I know some people that hate Gotham. Um, but even you got to admit, Alfred is the best character on Gotham. Holy crap! Not only is he played by the Third Doctor's son, but I mean, there's like this giant thug, um, who basically who Harvey Bullock and Alfred have to go up to. His name's Butch, and he starts threatening him, and then Butch is about to go after him, and then Alfred beats the crap out of Butch, and he's like humongous. Holy crap! I mean, Alfred is the best character on Gotham. I mean, I would rather Alfred be my butler. I wish he were my butler because then I think I'd be pretty much safe from everything in the world. But anyway, so yeah, Jarvis was a pretty good guy. He was kind of like Morgan. He kind of reminded me of Morgan Freeman in Driving Miss Daisy, I believe it was called. I haven't seen that movie God, I haven't seen that movie in ages. But it was. Hold on. Let me look up the movie. Okay. Yep, Driving Miss Daisy. Yeah. Um, Jarvis kind of reminded me of Morgan Freeman in that. So I did like him, and the one question though is, how does he get converted into an AI system? Um, well, does he get converted into an AI system? I mean, perhaps at the very end of this mini-series, Jarvis will get damaged. Um, Maybe he'll become even more. If you remember that guy who can't talk, um, who Agent Carter was going after, maybe maybe he'll get even more damage than he does, and Howard Stark will have to convert him into an AI system, or either that, or maybe he worked for Howard Stark a little bit longer after Tony was born, and maybe he was a friend of Tony's, and maybe for that reason Tony may have named the AI system after Jarvis after the butler, but who knows? Um, but basically, this entire series revolves around Howard Stark, and he has been framed. And Peggy Carter. Now, I actually saw the Peggy Carter one shot, the Agent Carter one shot, and it was it was pretty much about Peggy, and she gets well, at the very end of it, Peggy joins Shield, um, and so now here we have her at Shield, and Howard Stark has been framed as a traitor to the U.S. government, and Peggy pretty much has to clear his name. So the pilot was a pretty good episode. Definitely shocked me at points. I mean, when Peggy's friend died, I was shocked. Um, so I'd give the pilot about an 8 out of 10. I didn't love it. There were a couple things that I didn't like. For instance, I didn't like how it tried shoving feminism down your throat just to remind us, hey guys, this is the first time we've ever done something that's female-led. Oh, yeah, and we won't get a female-led movie until, 2018, because that's when they do Captain Marvel. A lot of people don't realize that Captain Marvel is the first is the first female-led Marvel movie, because that is because the Captain Marvel in that is not the weird blonde afro guy from the 70s. It's actually Carol Danvers, who was originally Miss Marvel. Um, so considering we're not getting that until 2018, it was kind of good. It was still a relief to get this during before that, considering we're not going to get our first female-led superhero movie until 2018. But I really didn't like how it tried shoving some of that down your throat. And I also didn't like how it tried shoving the 1940s down your throat. Because, I mean, I get that it's supposed to take place in the 1940s, and they dress differently, and they act a little bit differently. But, I mean, it kept trying to remind you everywhere you look that this is the 1940s. Like, they had those little, oven things when she goes into the restaurant that they used to use in the 1940s. And then they keep talking about Broadway. I mean, really? Yeah, I still liked it, though. I still liked it. 8 out of 10. The second episode, however, I think I'd give it a 4.5 out of 10. The Bridge and Tunnel, I was not a big fan of this episode. Bridge and Tunnel, oh god. This episode, the second episode, had no consistent plot whatsoever, and that's what really made me mad about the episode. And I mean, there was nothing to look forward to. There was no climax to look forward to. And I just didn't like that about this episode. So yeah, Bridge and Tunnel gets a 4.5 out of 10. There really isn't much to say about this episode, because there really isn't much that happens in this episode. But let me just say this, though. This episode would have done absolutely nothing for me. The second episode would have done absolutely nothing for me if they hadn't had one good episode before that, and if they hadn't had the Ant-Man trailer right after it. If they didn't have that, then there would have just been nothing to look forward to. So yeah, I'd give Pilot an 8 out of 10, and I'd give Bridge and Tunnel a 4.5 out of 10. Now, you guys are probably wondering, am I going to do a review of the upcoming episode, which I believe is called Time and Tide? No, I'm going to wait until the actual series is done. And oh, by the way, I've been saying this for a while. If they go with a female doctor on Doctor Who, I think Moffat should probably cast Haley Atwell. I think she would be a good choice for a female doctor. But getting back to the point, yeah, I won't be doing my full review on Agent Carter until after the miniseries ends. And same thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2. I won't be doing my retrospective on that until Season 2 is completely done. I will say, though, to give you a little bit of an idea of my thoughts on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 so far, it is definitely, there have been no episodes that I have disliked so far with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2. So yeah, I'm going to wait till it's over, though, just to give you guys, input on what I thought. But, yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'm out.